Yes, people. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Blues TV. Hope you guys are keeping well. Big shout out to everyone that is locked in. Um, I can't say less. I can't say more. Just want to say big thanks to everyone that has been supportive on this channel. I hope the Lord keep you blessed, and hopefully we keep growing as a family. Today, like you can see, I've got someone on the channel. Big fan of Ajax. I'm just so blessed. Yesterday, I was just going by and got across Bradley, and I just feel like let me talk to him. Maybe we can have one or two things together today, sort of collaboration. And I'm just so honored to have him here. Just kind of introduce you to Bradley. He's an Ajax fan. He's a diehard Ajax fan. If you go on his page, um, I is it Ajax Seed? Is it Ajax Seed? Yeah. So he's on Instagram. He's on TikTok. He's on YouTube. Just check him out, guys. He's got some very good content out there where you can really enjoy it. So, on to you, Bradley. Just a little bit of introduction to Blues fan just for them to get to know you. Wow. Yeah.
Before then. Season ticket will be one thing that I will never ever give up. Like
Wow.
I don't even think there's a waiting list at Ajax anymore. There's that many people wanting season tickets.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's different. It's different. You get people who love it, being an English person following Ajax, and
Yeah.
then you get a lot of hatred as well. Like why don't you support a team in your own country? And do you know what? I get that why people say that because it's a bit like saying why you a Chelsea fan living in Manchester. It's like it's just kind of
Abs-
what you get. It's just what you get brought up with. You don't necessarily
Absolutely.
have to be from that place. It's just what you get
Absolutely.
brought up
Like,
with.
yeah, for me, I live right now. Right now, I live in Leeds, and a lot of people were like, "Come on, how do you make it out from Leeds to London?" I was like, "That's my football club, you know."
Mate,
Uh,
you're local to me. I didn't realise you were that close.
Yeah, so but that shows how committed you are, how how so much great you are as a fan. To me, I do respect that a lot because it's the dedication, living in the UK and supporting a club in back in Netherlands. To me, it's just one of a kind. And that's one of the things that I feel like, wow, this person must be a very committed fan,
Oh
and
yeah.
really appreciate that. Yeah, guys. So, like you've heard from Bradley, he's an Ayers fan. He's here to talk to us about what he feels about the game tomorrow. So it's a match preview, guys. It's a match preview. If you stick around, there's a lot of things you're gonna gain from this. I know most of us on this channel is a Blues, is a Chelsea fan, but of course we need to get to know more about our opponents we're playing tomorrow. And don't forget, Ajax is one of, to me, greatest club in Europe. To be honest, these guys have got loads of stuffs. I mean, trophies. I'm telling you, I was checking out yesterday. I was like, wow. So to me, I feel like tomorrow we're so lucky to have to play Ajax and tomorrow in Champions League. So yeah, so we'll just get into it, guys. Bradley, talk to us about how you feeling when you realize that you're gonna be playing Chelsea, of course, in the face of.
Do you know what? Not confident at all. If I'm going to be honest with you, if I'm going to be brutally honest,
Yeah,
I think you're going to do a big job on us tomorrow. We just for the last couple of seasons now, we just
yeah,
haven't been good at all.
yeah.
Ever since that season where we got to the semi-final of the Champions League and we had the likes of De Jong, De Ligt, Gravenberch, all that malark. Ever since then, it's just not been right. And ever since Ten Hag went, actually, ever since Ten Hag left Ajax, we've just been a struggle. And obviously, we played you guys. I can't remember what season it was now, but obviously we played you guys, and
Yeah,
it was 4-4,
yeah.
and we got robbed that game. We got absolutely robbed by a
Wait, wait,
disaster of a ref. We had two red cards in 2 minutes.
yeah,
We were 3-1 up. we should have won the game. But it didn't go our way. That's
Yeah,
football, but it didn't go our way. Like, we can moan about it all we like.
yeah,
But overall, genuinely, I'm not confident in the game at all. I know you guys have got your issues. Cole Palmer's out, isn't he?
yeah, absolutely, yeah,
Do you know that this is a real strange thing? Like, being from England, and obviously I take a lot of focus in Ajax.
yeah,
I barely look at the Premier League. I'll be honest with you. I barely look at it. Like, as a kid, I used to grow up watching Match of the Day all the time. And I
yeah.
think as I've got older and stuff, like, I just don't pay that much interest in it. So, like, when people have asked me, how do you think you'll get on against Chelsea? And I was saying to one of my friends today, I was like, I don't know how many Chelsea players I can name these days. but
That's
I-
true. That's
but
true.
I've had a look, and like, I've seen that.
Yeah,
What is it? Three of your last 5 games you've won. Granted, one of them was against Lincoln
yeah,
in the cup. Obviously,
hmm,
you've lost to Brighton and that.
yeah,
But we're on probably a worse run of form than you. We haven't won in our last 4 games. We got battered against Marseille
yeah,
4-0, which was embarrassing.
yeah,
We drew with Sparta Rotterdam three
hmm,
apiece, which was awful. And then this weekend just gone. This weekend just gone. Actually, we played AZ Alkmaar, and we didn't play that bad. Like, we didn't play bad and we didn't play good, but we didn't deserve to win at the same time. So I just can't see us coming away with a win. I can't see us scoring in this Champions League like the games we've got. To be honest with you, away from home, I just
right.
think.
Yeah, like you said. To be honest, when I checked yesterday, I could see that you guys have not scored in the Champions League this season, losing to Inter Milan and of course Marseille as well. But there's always one thing about full. I mean, clubs that are used to Champions League. To be honest, you guys have been. You've been there. You have so much experience. I know right now. I don't think you really have so much players to kind of compete in Champions League, but honestly, I still believe that there's still something special about Ajax, and I don't really see you guys as a club we can look down on. Tomorrow might be another, wake up night for the boys. Especially traveling from Netherlands to England, you know what it takes to win an English club, and sometimes that might be a very, very good advantage to come over, and win games. To be honest, but let's talk about deep inside what's happening in Ajax. You guys have played in 11 games this season. You've only managed to win four, and the four games you've won was a home game. If I'm
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
you've not managed to win any away game this season. I mean,
I think the frustrating thing is we lost Ten Hag. We've had a load of bad managers in between that.
yeah,
We had Francesco Farioli last season, who is now doing an amazing job at Porto. I think they're unbeaten actually, Porto. And I think the difference with Farioli was
yeah,
he was a very passionate manager. He made some dubious decisions at times, but his passion was there. Like, everybody enjoyed Farioli football.
yeah,
Obviously we threw a 9 point lead away at the end of last season to blow it. Um, But it's not just the managers, the club as a whole, I think. And everybody says this, every Ajax fan, ever since Marco Overmars left that club, it just feels like it's just gone
down,
down.
yeah,
It's just gone down. Like, the caliber of players we're bringing in. And I said to someone not so long ago, we keep re-signing old players, which does my head in. Like, so we've re-signed David Klaassen. Obviously, we signed Casper Dolberg back, who is injured again. He's played like 75 minutes for us this season.
wow,
So we've only really got Weghorst up front, to be
yeah,
fair, as an out and out
yeah,
attacker. It's just the signings we've made. So the previous signings that we made, we've had to ship out.
yeah,
Not got the greatest amount of money for them. Not brought the best amount of players in, but the players that we have brought in who are looking promising. So we brought in Morrow from Real Valladolid. We brought in Oscar Glock from, was it Salzburg? We signed the defender Itakura from Mönchengladbach.
yeah,
All quality players, and he's just never starting them. It's just bizarre. Like, and as much as when they played, they haven't played amazing, but we've got to give them time to gel. Do you know what I mean? But they
yeah,
are very promising players. Like, all three of them, I enjoy watching, but he's never starting them. He's still going back to his old ways. This is Johnny Heitinger, by the way. Obviously, we've got this season. A lot of Ajax fans already want him out of the club purely based on his decisions. Like, it'll be interesting to see what his starting 11 will be tomorrow, because I'm not going to be happy if, like, they're like, the Glock doesn't start, or I don't know. So like on his right wing, whether it be Morrow or Edardson,
What,
um,
what
because
about Taylor? I think there's a guy called Kenneth.
no, no, yeah, Kenneth Taylor. Do you know what? He's probably the only one that I can't say a bad thing about at the minute. If I'm going to be honest with you, he's probably the most consistent. Not been fantastic, but consistent, and that's all we need at the minute. His keeper Yaros, he's on a season-long loan from Liverpool. Do you know what? The first game, um, he filled me with a lot of confidence. I don't know what I'm thinking of him now. Like I think I feel like we're just conceding too many, but that's not necessarily just his fault. It's the team in front of him as well that's allowing them to get that. Um, I wish I could have so many positive things to say. I know you've talked about like Ajax being a massive club and
Yeah,
we've got this great history, which we do have a fantastic history.
yeah. Because to
But
be
but if
honest,
we're talking about modern times now, like everybody says like Ajax is this giant club, which we are, and we probably are the biggest team in the Netherlands. When we say the biggest team, like well
yeah, yeah.
supported,
Because
but
we,
at the minute we're not. We're nowhere near the biggest team in the Netherlands if we're talking about what's going on the pitch at all. Like, and it's hard for me to say that, but it's true. Like
yeah,
you've got PSV and Feyenoord who are just grinding out results. PSV, yeah, they're just above us to be fair, but and Feyenoord obviously haven't lost all season, but it's yeah, we're just not promising. We're not an enjoyable team to watch at the moment. Put it that way.
right. Like to because to be honest, when you look at some of you guys' history, you've won the Champions League, you won the Europa League in 2016, 2017 as well, and of course,
No,
30,
we didn't win the Europa League.
is it
We no, we lost to Man United in the
in
final.
the final? Oh,
Yeah.
maybe I had the wrong
Oh, cheers to
analysis there, man. So, but
that.
I definitely knew you guys were in the final. I
No,
really was thinking in my mind that you guys won it. But,
no.
but to be honest,
That was a very good season that though.
yeah.
So that was under Peter Boss who
And,
was
and
PSV's
another good point is like
was it?
we used to know I as like one of the most prolific club in Europe. You guys have sold one of the biggest players in the world. When you look around the world right now, you can see a couple of players from Ajax playing for United, Chelsea, and of course maybe Arsenal and United. But lately, it's just like as if you can't really find sort of productivity from Ajax anymore.
No.
So I don't know what.
Genuinely, I think every Ajax fan wants to know that answer, like what the hell is going on, because everybody's getting sick of it. Like we kind of felt like something was building last season under Farioli. Like it felt like there was something within the club that was rising. And yes, it all ended in tears, but it felt like something was rising. I think if Farioli had a second season and been given money to buy some more players rather than be told who to buy, and I think this season could have been a lot different. Whereas he's gone to Porto now, he's been given nearly what 3 or 4 times bigger budget than what he got at Ajax. Granted, it's not a lot of money because it's the Portuguese league, but it just shows if you invest in the right players,
Yeah, absolutely.
what you can do.
Hmm.
And that's it. I just wish I had more positive things to say. I'm probably coming on here like so negative as an Ajax fan, but at the minute, it's hard to be positive.
Yeah, to be honest, to me, I feel like even Chelsea tomorrow, I don't see us being so much confidence because when you look at the recent record, we're not predictable. To be honest, we're not that kind of football club that was like, oh, tomorrow we're gonna smash Ajax, and because when you look at our past games, we struggled a lot in the first half, and I keep saying this: if we are not very careful, we'll get hurt with some. I mean, some football club will come in and make use of that opportunity, and
Yeah,
first half,
yeah.
you're gonna be 2-3 nil down, and before you know, you find it difficult to come back. So to me, I'm seeing the game tomorrow as an open game. I know you have a different
No, do
perspective.
you know what? It will be an open game because, as you
Mm,
say, Chelsea aren't on the best run of form,
yeah,
and nor are we. So yeah, it could go either way. To be honest with you,
right.
but if you was to put your money on anyone, it would be Chelsea.
Yeah, I think a lot of people like kind of go for Chelsea because you know the way we perform in Champions League. I think that it's quite different from the way we perform in the Premier League, and of course we're playing from home as well. Fans and I believe those players are so much on pressure when they're playing at home because fans won't let them rest for a minute. If we
No,
are
no,
not
no.
scoring goals in the next 10 minutes, I'm telling you, the players are on pressure. You know what I mean? So especially after losing to Bayern Munich in Germany, we've just got only 3 points. We desperately need a 3 point tomorrow to be in a very good shape in the table. So, but like I said, to me, I'm not seeing us getting that win in a kind of a cheap form, because
Yeah, yeah,
I still believe that when you talk about history, it's always because the last time we beat you guys in Stamford Bridge, it wasn't like a 3-0, 4-0. It's a 1-0. So
yeah,
I
yeah.
believe history repeats itself. So I believe you guys can still come in tomorrow and absolutely try and make something happen. To be honest, but let's talk about what's going on within the fans. I mean, how does your fans look like during their away days? It's something that I really wanted to hear from you. To be
Do you know
honest.
what? I'm a bit gutted that I'm not coming to the Chelsea game. Purely, one, it was money. So when Ajax played, or when they was going to go to Marseille,
Yeah.
obviously fans were banned from over there just for like conflict between our fans and theirs. So
Yeah.
I went to watch Inter Milan, just because I had the days off work, and I missed the ticket sales for Ajax. I was too busy in Milan, and I forgot about ticket sales. But every Ajax European away day is brilliant. Like, it's such a togetherness feeling. Like, you all, like the ultras, they'll sort a place. So it'll be sorted in London. There'll be a place what will get sent out to all Ajax
Yeah.
fans, where to meet, and like the march to the stadium is just
Yeah.
unbelievable. And like, even being in the stands, the one thing with Ajax, I feel like I've just come on here to slay Ajax. To be honest with you, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
But and this is what it really boils my blood. So like, unless we're playing the likes of Feyenoord, PSV,
Yeah.
or anyone in the Champions League or the Europa League, if we're in it, that's where the atmosphere comes to Amsterdam. And same if we take it away. But you come to any normal home game, you've got your ultras who are great, who are trying to make that noise, but there's too many people, and it's awful to say. There's a lot of families, there's a lot of tourists and stuff, and
Yeah.
it's very quiet, and there's other teams in the Eredivisie who have far better atmosphere than Ajax. But when it comes to the Champions League, I feel like not just Ajax, but every single club, sorry, all their fans bring something extra special. If you were playing, I don't know, blooming Southampton at home,
Yeah.
it's not gonna be as good as say you're playing Liverpool, Man United,
Oh
Arsenal,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
even
Absolutely.
Arsenal.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
everybody turns up them big games.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
But it is an atmosphere to experience once in a while. Like, all the European games I've done they've been unforgettable, to be fair, for the right and the wrong reasons. But yeah,
Right. Thank you very much for that. Like, let's talk about what you kind of think the IS needs to do tomorrow, of course, to compete it with Chelsea. To be honest, like, I know right now you feel like things are not really going the right way, but there's always a way out. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's always a way out. So, what do you think IS can
do
do
you,
better
do you know
tomorrow?
what? I feel like we just lack a bit of confidence at the minute. Keeping the ball and playing silly balls is we just kind of just need to nip it in the bud a bit. Attacking wise, as I say, we don't have the pace up front. This is what I'm saying. So we have um, Morrow if he plays on the wing, and Mika Gotts if he plays down the wing. Both are very pacey, very skillful wingers, right and left. But Mika Gotts at the minute, and I'm sure if there's any other Ajax fans watching this who've seen Mika Gotts play at the minute,
Yeah.
he's very good. He can get past players very easily, but there is no end product. So if he can find his end product, damage will be done. And
Mm,
that's the same for Morrow. Morrow has proved it at Real Valladolid in La Liga. He's an out and out scorer. He's an out and out person that can cause assists. He's only a little guy, so he's not going to win anything from the air. But in terms of getting past people,
yeah.
I think given the chance. But Weghorst is good,
Yeah.
but he's good if he has the space to shoot, and he's obviously only good for
Oh,
aerial
yes, I
aerial
yeah,
threats.
yeah,
Aerial threats. He will always win them
yeah.
balls in the air.
Mm,
So I think if we can get that right from the wings, that's just one big piece of it for me. Like, and just defend. We just can't defend for the life in us at the minute, and we're just giving away too many. There's a lot of youngsters in this squad at the minute. Like, so we've had Yuri Bass, who's not so long come through the academy.
yeah.
Um, he's good. He's up and coming. Whether he'll start tomorrow over Ikatora, if he's going to play, I haven't really seen much squad news yet. But if he starts, he's great, but he just makes some silly mistakes at times. But he always gives 100%. The danger for us tomorrow, our left back situation is just dire, and it's been dire since we sold probably.
Hato.
Obviously Hato, yeah.
Yeah,
Do you know what? I watched Hato against Lincoln. I
yeah.
didn't rate him. I didn't think he was the same person.
Hmm.
What do you think? What do you think of him?
To be honest, I feel like changing of environment, changing of clubs definitely have effect on this guy. And I do believe he has ability. He's a kind of a player you just need to give some time. I believe he's gonna play well. But right now, I'm not seeing him there yet, to be honest. I'm not seeing him there yet. It's lack of confidence, decision making, and it's not just gelling into the squad, to be honest. For me at the moment, he's really doing well, especially the game against Lincoln. I think he's a little bit. It's not there because when you look at the way he loses the passes, the way you know, the way he positioned himself. To be honest, he looks lost in the game. But
Well,
obviously,
with that Lincoln game, he looked like he were pushing a real high line and
yeah, yeah,
getting
that's
caught on
what I'm saying.
himself.
Like his position wasn't good enough, to be honest.
No, no,
But
no.
I know
But
maybe we just give him some time. Maybe next season he's gonna. But I think he has some ability in him, to be
I
honest.
don't think it's just Hato. I think it's just coming to the Premier League as a whole. I think any player that comes from the Eredivisie to the Premier League will
Yeah,
always struggle purely for the pace and how fast the Premier League is.
absolutely, absolutely. And coming to a club like Chelsea, whereby everybody wants you to win the game, every game. They want to win even against Arsenal. Against they just want to win every game. Is too demanding, to be honest. It's very much like different from if you sign like a team like Brighton, or where fans are used to losing games, fans are used to being the bottom of the table and all this. But when you're playing for Chelsea, Chelsea want to win every game. Chelsea want to win against Bayern Munich. Chelsea want to win the Champions League, and so it's just too much of pressure on these kids. But he's got potentials, so we just need to wait for him and give him some time and manage his time as well. We can't. To me, I feel like we can't just push him out there to play 90 minutes, or you know but tomorrow, obviously, I would have preferred him to start tomorrow, to be honest, because he's playing against his former club. I do really believe in that sense of humor. Players, especially when they're playing against their former club, they are always like giving their best in. And of course, Cucurella as well needs some rest. It's been, obviously playing too much of games. So, but let's see. I just hope that he starts tomorrow, to be honest. But he's got potential, to be honest.
I don't think he'll start if I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't say it'd be a right move to play against your former club because I think that's where all mind games are coming.
Yeah.
Is an Ajax lad through and through, other than you
Yeah.
boys now. But and
Yeah.
like, would you? It's hard to go against your old team and
Yeah.
do the dirty on them as such. So I don't know. I don't think it'd be a good move personally, but that's my opinion.
Yeah, like we've seen, a couple of all these things happening, players playing against their former club, and especially when they're playing against, if a player move from the same division, I mean like a Premier League to another club, they're always doing well. Like when they like Raheem Sterling when he moved to Chelsea, man,
Yeah, yeah.
he's always scoring against Man City. He's always scoring every game against Man City. So those are one of the things like you just want to put them there because they're playing against their former club. They're gonna get bullied, like booed and all these things, and that way they can like giving their best or something like that. But honestly, I really appreciate a little bit of what you've given us from Ajax. But what if tomorrow you guys came in and beat Chelsea? What's it gonna look like?
Obviously, it's going to boost his confidence.
Yeah.
It's going to boost his confidence. It'll gain us a few more points in the Champions League. Don't get me wrong, I'll be a happy man. I'll go away and I'll be laughing at you guys, like anyone would, just like
Yeah,
anyone would.
yeah,
But we need to just put the pieces together. So if we can win tomorrow, let's take the high and then go into the next game
yeah.
on a positive. So it's all about that second game. So as much as I'll be over the moon if we win tomorrow. You'll be getting a message tomorrow if we win.
Yeah. So someone just put
But
me a message saying that I just have the money, like you guys have money to spend. That what's going
I
on. I believe that's
well,
what you know.
I don't
So
think we.
So they said
It's definitely a Dutch person who's doing this, but we definitely don't have the money at the minute. I don't know what they're getting at with that. We need the money. We need the Champions League money. That's what we need.
absolutely like so. Let's say where are you seeing you guys? Going far from. I mean, in Champions League. To be honest, do you see yourself
No,
being in round of
no,
16?
no, 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 no. I we will not go far in the Champions League. I put my house on it that we will not go far in the
Really?
Mate, no, honestly, if you would have watched what we've been watching this season, you'd be saying, "Oh my god, absolutely!" Like it's awful to watch. It's awful at the minute to watch. And as much as we'll always support them, like I said, but the last game against AZ Alkmaar, we looked like we played okay, but just not good enough. Just not the Ajax that it should be. And the players should have played better, if you ask me, because we made a big song and dance about it. Like the arena was booming, like they
Yeah.
made a big entrance of it all, and we just threw it away, just stupidly. Like, and Wegos was looking not. I don't know if you've seen it, but Vegos should have been probably sent off in that game as well for a stupid elbow. And if he'd have gone off, we'd have been we'd have been screwed. To be fair, going forward for the next 3 games or whatever it will be. It's
So
just I
yeah.
promise you, we will not qualify out of the Champions League. We're going crashing out. I'm telling you.
Wow.
You've heard
Wow.
this here first.
Wow.
Ajax will not,
You
and
must
that's coming from an Ajax fan. And
it must have been a very bad, I mean, a very, very poor performance recently, to be honest, because
mate, it's
I
been
know I know you're diehard Ajax fans and you're not gonna talk negative about this football club.
no, no, no. I
Just
love the
before
club.
you talk
I love everything
about
about Ajax, but
what's just the reality, that's coming up. But do you think something needs to change about the formation or what was because I could see that you guys are on 4-3-3, which is one of
it,
considerable formation in
do you
Europe.
know what? If it was me, absolutely, because I think for as long as I have followed Ajax and as long as I have been alive, Ajax have always played 4-3-3. And just sometimes I'd love for just one manager to come in and just play something
Yeah,
different. We never play anything else other than 4-3-3. Like I don't understand why we don't go into a game where every manager, like certain managers, expecting us to play 4-3-3 and then we come out with 4-4-2 or something, or some other attacking formation. Just try something different. There's no harm. There's no harm in trying something different. If it doesn't work, you go back to the drawing board.
yeah,
But when you're playing the same formation week in, week out, eventually teams just get to know like
yeah,
what's
absolutely.
going to
Like
happen.
that's what I want to say. Like for me, I think as a manager, you need to go into the game with different approach. Like every game cannot be the same because you're definitely playing a different opponent, and that's sometimes what I'm like. Come on, Maresca, you need to kind of look into the kind of opponent you're playing. Sometimes
Yeah, yeah.
you don't need to like back off, and the decision making sometimes from the managers is just cruel. To be honest, Ajax is playing 4-3-3. You should know what to, it shouldn't be the same as you facing United or you facing Man City, or should be another statistics, to be honest. But like you said, is to me, it's not ideal for the club to stitch with one formation for that long time. Tomorrow you're playing Chelsea. Chelsea is gonna come out. You should know that if you mess around with this 4-3-3, you're getting smashed too much of goals. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on with these managers, to be honest. But I thought, like, to me, I still want to believe tomorrow is an open game. One of the games I fear the most is European games. It's just unpredictable. Last season we lost to a club in Conference League. I'm trying to remember the name at Stamford Bridge, bro. You know,
Yeah, you shouldn't be. But
it's
almost like that's like almost like the FA Cup though in England, isn't it? Anything can happen
yeah,
on that day.
yeah.
Anything can happen. The
So
one-off games.
yeah.
The one-off games.
So like going forward, yeah. What do you think about Chelsea? To be honest, this season, do you see Chelsea? I know you kind of Ayers fan, but where do you see us getting to in and the way we're just doing things right now?
Do you know what? Like I say, I haven't had a great look at the Premier League. The only reason I've looked at the Premier League today is because I knew I was coming on here with you. But
Wow.
obviously, yeah, honestly, I don't pay any attention to it whatsoever, really.
Yeah.
But from what I've seen with the Premier League, it's very open at the minute. So I think you'll definitely get a top four finish,
Hmm.
and you'll definitely go through to the last 16 of the Champions League. I reckon.
Yeah.
I don't think you'll win I don't think he'll win the Champions League.
You don't think
I
we
th-
can win any trophy this season?
I don't think. No, I don't know if you will. If I'm being honest with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I'm being hard. I feel like I've just come on here just to be absolutely negative towards you and
No, it's
and I.
no, it's just about, it's just about reality, to be honest. It won't be nice to come on here and start, you know. That's one thing about me. Like when I'm doing my match preview or review, I say the way I feel. It
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
really matter if I'm saying, I'm talking negative about the football. It depends on my own opinion. My opinion is my opinion. I'm a fan. You
yeah,
know what
yeah,
I'm saying? And my opinion has to be my own opinion. Everybody has got their own opinion. So,
yeah, yeah,
yeah, appreciate everything, every single thing you've been saying. I really appreciate it, to be honest. So because it's coming from I mean, the right side of your what you think, you
yeah,
understand
yeah.
what I'm saying. So yeah, so for Ajax, what do you think about you guys at the end of the season? Would this perform? I know it's too early to judge, to be honest. Too early to kind of like say, oh, this and
So
that, because a lot of things can still change before the end of the season, innit?
it will take a lot to change it, but we definitely won't win the league this year. We don't deserve to. So far, we don't deserve to unless we do a full 360 and pull some out of his backsides. We just need to get through this season. I think the manager, and I think every Ajax fan is probably behind it at the minute. I think we need to get rid of his manager. As much as it's Johnny Heitinger, he's come from being assistant manager at Liverpool, but now he's because he's not doing well. He's getting remembered for the wrong things rather than when he was at Ajax, being remembered for the right things. So if he's smart enough and wants to be still loved by the fans,
Yeah,
etc., I'd leave. Granted, it's going to leave us managerless, and I don't know who could come in.
I think
I
Ten
don't
Hag
know who would come in now,
I think
but
Ten Hag is available at the moment, innit?
say that again. Sorry.
I said Ten Hag is available at the moment.
Yeah, he's the
So
manager at the moment,
yeah,
but I think he needs to go. I think he needs to just leave with his head held high, accept he's tried, it's not gone right for him, and him be remembered for the right reasons, rather than this shower of
so
whatever.
so will you take
Just
Ten Hag back? That's what I'm saying. Like Ten
oh,
Hag is available at the moment.
absolutely. I think if you ask
Really,
any Ajax
really,
just just because he's done bad at Man United,
yeah,
everybody seems to think that he's this rubbish manager and he can't do this and he can't do that.
yeah,
He under, he understood the Ajax DNA. He lived and breathed Ajax,
yeah,
and he just knew how to get a tune out of the team. I'm not saying if he comes back, he's going to do the exact same as last time and take us to a semi-final of the Champions League. But I think he'll do good for us. I think he knows what's expected.
yeah.
Um, I think everyone just tarnishes Ten Hag now purely because of the United days. And granted, he didn't last long at God, where did he go? By
Leverkusen.
Leverkusen,
Yeah, yeah,
Leverkusen, yeah,
Leverkusen. Yeah,
which was a bit of a weird one to be
it's,
fair.
it's
That
it's
one.
kind of weird, man. I mean, I was like, it's just too early. Like, we haven't even played his first
Some
10 games.
yes, something's gone on there at Leverkusen.
Yeah, I think so.
But we say this about Ten Hag at United. Yes, it didn't work out for him at all. But let's face it, what manager is it working out for at United? You can't
I
go away.
think,
You can't go away and say Mourinho's terrible or Van
yeah,
Gaal's terrible, or you
yeah.
can't say Amarin is
It's
terrible.
worse. Amarim
It's
is worse. I think it's because they don't have option. Like they stuck with Amarim. If not, they should have sacked him a long time ago. It's not.
but is he bad though? That's the thing. Is Amarin bad? Because how many managers have Manchester United had now?
Yeah,
We probably can't even count it on his hands.
yeah,
And you telling me all of these people are bad? It's something that is coming down in that club that is just a bit like Ajax, where it's stemming down from the top and it's trickling down.
yeah.
That's what's going on at Man United.
Hmm.
Because there's no way all these managers at that club can be that bad.
Yeah, to be honest, yeah, everybody knows there's something going on internally that we can't see it because, today is a player's problem, tomorrow is a coach problem, and they're not able to solve this thing out. It's just terrible, to be honest. It's terrible. Most of the time, I don't like talking about them because, when you think about United, that has been, one of the top club in the world in two decades, and now they're struggling to win two games back to back. It's crazy. It's crazy. So
That's like Ajax at the minute.
Yeah, I really do. I really do understand. So I'm rooting for tomorrow, and to be honest, I wish you're gonna be on the ground tomorrow.
I
And
know.
you can have
Do you
some.
know what? Even if we lose, but we put on a promising performance,
Yeah,
that will, as long as we show some signs of progression,
yeah,
that'll be happy because we're playing against Chelsea. They're a Premier League team.
yeah,
They're very good. We aren't expected to win right
yeah,
now, but if we
yeah.
can go
Just
on
give
and just go and give
some
it a
good performance, like,
good performance,
yeah,
yeah, you might concede some goals, but if you show
yeah,
that you're giving your all, you've tried, that's all you can ask.
yeah. Thank
So
you so
yeah,
much, Bradley. So happy to have you on here. I'm so sorry it's a short one, because we're not too much of prepared. There's a lot of things going on.
it was a very quick turnaround.
So, but thank you so much for coming up. I really do appreciate this, and hopefully, I can bring you back after the game, and we
Yeah,
can,
yeah.
have a proper one for the fans. So, guys, thank you so much for joining in. I know it was like a urgent one. I used to give like update like 24 hours before a live stream. This one was coming like 3 4 hours before the live stream, because I've got another live stream coming up in a couple of hours as well. So I need to prepare for that as well. But big shout out to Bradley. To be honest, guys, go check him out on all his social media. Please follow him up. Being Chelsea fan doesn't mean you can't really enjoy content from other football clubs. To me, I like, following people, see what people are doing on the other side. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us on the live stream. I'll see you on to the next one. Peace and love.